Welcome to Mount Pleasant, Michigan, and the home of the Central Michigan Chippewas, and it looks as if we are due for a full house as we have a terrific game in store. We've got a terrific matchup for you today, rich in pageantry and tradition, and it ought to be a fantastic clash. As we'll see a team fresh and ready to go off a bye week, the Baylor Bears, taking on a team from the MAC, the Central Michigan Chippewas. 48 Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this. Chippewas will get us underway with the opening kickoff. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Probably needed to pick up an extra block or two, but as it is, he'll be stopped at the 28. The Bears offense will have the first possession of the game. And this big fella can beat you in a number of different ways in the passing game, David.
Yeah, so much fun to have a guy that I can rely on, that can beat guys over the middle of the field, that can beat man-to-man coverage. This guy's the ultimate weapon.
And I love that this guy has an awesome catch radius. You don't have to be perfect as a quarterback when you throw to him. He can make you look good.
Now facing a 2nd and 10 from the 28 after that last incompletion. To the ground with the back. It's the runs like that that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35. And the Bears moving quickly to the line. Back to throw, it's O'Brien. Quickly complete. Such a big part to convert these third downs, and they've got it at the 42.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. I think a big part of this for young quarterbacks out there is if you're going to be throwing into zone coverage, you got to throw on time. You can't stare down receivers because the entire defense has their eyes on you, so you can't telegraph where the ball's going. You've got to hold it to the very last possible second. Try to freeze defenders with your eyes and then throw the ball into open areas of the field, anticipating where your guy's going to be.
Here's the handoff. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. The Bears have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. He's got his man. They make the stop, but the sweet throw and catch is plenty to give them a 1st down. And the Bears have pushed it inside the 20. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Quick strike complete.
I'll say this, man, in college football you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackle.
He's going to pass on 2nd down. And he wanted to get the score right there, but it falls incomplete. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. 3rd down play from the gun. Makes the catch, and he will score! Touchdown, Baylor!
Well, you know this offensive coordinator scripts his opening 10, 15 plays, and he didn't even need that. They went 9 plays and scored a touchdown, everything working perfectly. They look like a well-oiled machine early in this game offensively.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point makes it 7-0. So it's a 73-yard touchdown drive. And they finish it with an 11-yard touchdown dart. And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Chippewas offense will try to get something started with their first possession. As we take a look at our impact players for this game, David, what do you look for to make an impact from your leaders?
Your leaders not only have to lead the football team, but they got to step up.
And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. They'll tell you that somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. And you know what? I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember zone defense. They didn't really have an answer. They weren't ready to get rid of the football Quarterback hesitated. I got to him and got him on the ground. Might be a good call later on in the game.
After getting nothing done on the last one, this is a big play, 2nd and long from the 11. Catch in the middle, it's Webb. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Working that left side now. And Shore tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. And the Chippewas will line up to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. He's got great speed, working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stops. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Lobs it off the back foot. And he's got it inside the 30-yard line. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Bears! Quarterbacks love receivers that can get separation, but that amount of separation is a little excessive.
I agree, Reese, and I think the defense needs to have a little powwow on the sidelines and talk about what just happened, because that was an absolute busted coverage on the back end. Defense can't keep playing like that.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish with a 62-yard pass for the score. He'll bring it out. It's Brown. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. Running back searching for a hole. Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26. That's the end of the quarter, and it's Baylor holding the edge. They largely dominated this first quarter as indicated by the stats. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. Trying play action. Right down the middle. It's complete. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
And I love when you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You could tell he's thrown over the middle of the field. He knows he's got defenders there. I got to throw this thing in there quick, fast, in a hurry. Nice job by the quarterback.
He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. Wide out in motion. They'll run it from the gun. Shakes off the defender. Tackle is made, but not until he gets the first down. The Chippewas headed quickly to the line.
Well, if at first you don't succeed, try again, right? It's been really hard for this offense in this game to run the football, but they finally break off a big run there. That could be the play they need to really generate momentum and get this run game back.
And here comes the offense on second down. He's looking to throw. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. It's a draw. They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28. And the Chippewas come to the line with a new set of downs.
Well, that's kind of the advantage of third and medium, right? Is the defense, you keep them guessing. You could throw it, you can run it. That time they hand it off and they pick it up.
Yeah, and you can see the D drop back a little bit. It creates a little bit of space. The running back blasts through, gets the first down.
Hold it, open.
Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. They go to the draw. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. This offense has a second down play. He'll pull it on the read. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. Coming to the line of scrimmage at the 30. It would be a long field goal, but they'd love to pick up a few here on 3rd and long. Here's the snap, looking to throw. And the ball is intercepted. Takes it the other way. The 30. Running inside the 20. And he's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, Baylor! These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead. Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
Lining up to add another.
The kicker is on for the extra point.
And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Two very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. Texas A&M overcame a sloppy start and just put the finishing touches on a notable road win. And to pick yourself up and dust yourself off away from College Station, these Aggies got to be thrilled with this result.
Leaves it with the running back.
It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way. But I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Quarterback on the keeper. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34. We've made our way to the 2-minute warning, and now they'll try to at least cut a little something off of this lead before the break. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down. The Chippewas in the hurry-up. They'll switch it up here and look to throw. Slides away. Going to try to get it himself. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding. Offense in the hurry-up. On second down, wants to throw it. Snagged in the middle, it's Webb. And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback on the move, still looking. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half.
Timeout, Central Michigan.
On second down, wants to throw. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep. 7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. He's looking downfield to throw. Showing the arm strength down the left side. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. And he's brought down after the pick, but not before putting his offense in business.
It's not the end of the world. Bear with me. There is nothing worse than watching wide receivers run those little under routes, and I throw the football, and I'm 10 yards short. You got to push the ball down the field if you're going to get the first down. And guess what? You threw an interception, so be it. You made the tackle, no big deal. It's kind of like a punt.
Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. They've got time, they've got the lead, and David, it's sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm.
Do no harm, but also momentum is hard to create and sometimes hard to stop. You have it, so Jesse, don't do anything stupid to create some momentum for the other side.
I think a lot of this comes down to your quarterback and whether or not he's making good decisions in this game. If yes, be aggressive. If not, let's just take the lead into halftime and get ready for the second half.
And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker. Now on 1st and 10 from the 26. He wants to throw. Gets it to the back. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, yeoman's work so far in Mount Pleasant today, and welcome into the halftime update. It's been a fun start to this one, and this offense has really been the story. They've opened up a sizable lead, and unless something drastic changes, things might get even more out of hand. A combination of lethal efficiency, and that offensive line has been the key. They've mauled that defense and also just about broken their will. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Kelly Shorts Stadium.
The Bears will boot it away to start the second half. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Comes out throwing on first down. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day. Didn't get much on the return, but what a huge play, and they are in business at the 24. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. Scanning the field, it's O'Brien. He finds his man. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains. Now down to the 12-yard line, it's first down. They go to the ground. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Touchdown, Bears! And the route is on. The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it. Here he comes with the return. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Central Michigan takes over, and we'll get another look at this offense. The give to the left. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. That keeps the running game churning. Pick up a 5 to the 23. So what do they have for 3rd and short from their own 23? From the gun, wants to pass. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Another interception. That's his 4th of the day. And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, Baylor! What a play by this defense with the pick 6.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick 6. Coming out with it, it's Brown. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Central Michigan has it back. Let's see what the Chippewas can do on offense. He wants to start this drive with a pass. They're working that left side. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Now on 2nd down. Off the play fake. Fires to the wideout. And they couldn't connect on the deep shot. Let's see if things get worse. There's a flag on the field. Which way is this going to go? The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. From the shotgun, the inside give. He showed it all there. A little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll give it to him again. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. That's the end of the quarter, and it's Baylor holding the edge. Well, guys, so far, this has been a massive beatdown, and it would appear the biggest challenge is what kind of records can they set as we have a look at the third quarter stats. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the fourth. On second down, he'll fire. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down. Trying to pick up a first down. Wants to throw on third down. Had it right in his hands in the middle of the field, and it trickled to the ground. It'll be fourth down. And the Chippewas line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Fair catch called for and made. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. From the gun, the running back has it. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Right back to him on the ground. Nudges ahead for 1 out to the 16. You make up the game plan, and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Unloads quickly. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. And the Bears will try to pin them back with the punt. He will signal for the fair catch and take it just inside the 35. Offense set on first down. They're going to open this drive with a pass. And that is his 5th interception, a nightmare he is not waking up from. And it's going to be a pick 6. Touchdown, Bears! They push the lead out here in the fourth quarter and close to getting back on track and going 2-1.
Dude, you didn't think it could get any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to pour it on, gets the pick, makes its way all the way to the end zone.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. Northwestern has opened up a can right now, and based on what we've seen, I'm not sure anything is going to change. They're up by 15 over Purdue. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this one.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. We hit the 2-minute warning, and this offense is desperate to make something happen and do it in a hurry. Trying to get to him. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man. Doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on, and now just throw another sack in the equation, hitting the quarterback, being disrupted. They've been all over the field.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Here's a throw downfield late. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. The Chippewas decide to punt it away. They'll look to pin them deep. Makes a move. And the return man has no place to run, no place to hide, and a place to be tackled. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and to keep trying to score points? Because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them. Or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
Well, some might think this head coach has a tough locker room speech after this one. I would suggest that he starts with, "That's just bad."
Bad, or as Reese Davis would say, ungood. Just very ungood performance. Flush this one down the toilet, move on. It's not your best day. You lost in ugly fashion, to be honest, but better days ahead.
Now, I think a lot of this has to come on the shoulders of the players. They need to be able to realize they just didn't do enough. So they've got to turn the page. They've got to go back to work, have a great week of practice, and put out a better effort next week.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis.